Patrick, good evening.
Good evening, Tony.
Hi, Patrick.
So that to explain to you now, Jeremiah, Patrick's from Limerick.
Limerick.
So that means he's a worse accent than me.
The real capital of Ireland.
Dream on. So, Pat, tell us about you. I know about you, Jeremiah doesn't, and the rest of the viewers don't. So tell us about you.
Okay, I guess a little bit about me. I'm going to be quite different, I guess, from most of the other speakers here tonight because I really don't do a lot on the internet. I'm more into building my business or marketing myself through relationships and the importance of understanding people and dealing with people and the importance of people doing business with people. I made a couple of notes. I was listening in here for most of the evening and some fantastic speakers here. And something that kept jumping up at me and people are talking about selling and they're talking about prospects and customers. Well, I think it's important that people realize that prospects are not customers and shoppers are not customers. People think when they get somebody coming in to buy from them once that they're a customer. Customers are people who buy from you more than once. So, don't mistake shoppers with customers. I guess a little bit about me. I've been in business since I'm 14, 15 years of age. I left school at 14.
Just before you go any further, I'm going to be rude and sign off for 2 minutes because Mother Nature is calling. So I will be back in 2 minutes. And I know the two of you get on like a house on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess I learned very early on the relationships with people in business. I had a security business that over a 13-year period brought me in €25 million.
Wow.
And what I learned from that then, I understood the importance of business and people doing business with people and understanding the importance of a customer. And a customer is somebody who's using all of your services or that buys from you more than once. So my next business, which happened to be a waste management business, where we would have worked with a lot of pharmaceuticals. We made €3 million in year one.
Wow.
And then again, I know Tony quite a long time. I'm involved in mentoring for over 16 years. I set up some mentoring businesses and I facilitate mastermind groups. And I guess one of our first seminars, when we ran our very first seminar, we brought a lot of internet marketers here to Ireland and a few other speakers. And over one weekend, we took in €500,000,
Wow.
So again, but this happened through dealing with people and doing business with people. And something I think this is really important. In this phone here, I was just checking this week alone. And in this phone, I have, between that and my Google, I suppose, contacts, of 8,500 people that I know all of them personally.
Wow.
And I think out of them, maybe 6,500 are here in Ireland. Okay.
Wow.
And even 20, 25 years later, doing business, I can call any one of these people and my phone will be answered. Any single person. And this is where I talk to people, even if you are an internet marketer or you're looking to set an online business, you have to understand the importance of building what we call strategic alliances and becoming a strategic thinker and working with your resources. First, discover who your resources are and how they can help you. And I guess a little question I have for people I want you to think about, and maybe even for yourself, Jeremiah, have you ever had a buying experience that has been so good when you spend money somewhere that you want to tell everybody about it?
Absolutely.
Right? And most people have been to a restaurant or a hotel or somewhere that the service was so exceptional that they kept telling people and recommending it all the time. And what I kind of tell people to do a lot, and maybe this is a little tip for people tonight, is write down 10 things that would describe your ideal customer. And then out of those 10 things, ask yourself, if you walk in the room right now, would that customer want to do business with you? And if not, then what you've got to discover is what 10 things can you do as with your own individual situation within your company. What things could you do personally to make that person want to do business with you?
Oh, that's an excellent question. I do that like a small thing. I borrowed a little bit of that concept. I always say, why in the hell should somebody buy from me versus all the other choices that they have available to them? And if we were sitting at a table right now, would they want to work with me or not? So I kind of have applied a similar, like a very harsh question so that you can be prepared for that, so that when you have the opportunity to earn a new, a shopper or a customer or whatever it may be, that you do have the best answer to the question.
Absolutely. And look, I mean, you got to remember, I personally don't think of competition. Honestly,
yeah.
I've no desire. I like to learn from other people, but I don't let it stop me from doing what I'm doing. I just keep getting on and do what I do. And,
I love it.
And again, all you guys who are here, if you're in business, you're going to get people who constantly come in and tell you, oh, you should change this or you should do that.
Mm-hmm.
If what you're doing is working, repeat until rich.
Yeah, don't change it.
Right? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get lots of advice from everybody. And there's lots more people. It's like when you buy a house for the first time, your family members, your friends come in and say, oh, if I had this house, I would do this with it, I would do that with it. So why don't you go and do it in your own house, right?
Yeah.
So, get focused on what you're doing and what you do exceptionally well, and understand and accept that it's okay to get paid exceptionally well for what you do exceptionally well.
Yeah.
And the more you do this, again, getting back to the question I suppose I had asked earlier, is if you can think of one buying experience that you've had that you've left and you've got to tell everybody about, maybe that one restaurant that you went to that has been just phenomenal in terms of the amount of times you wanted to tell people about it. Well, ask yourself this: what are you doing to deal with every single grade A customer? What experience are you giving them that when they stop doing business with you for that moment, that they want to tell everybody else about it? And it doesn't matter whether it's online, whether it's conventional business, whether it's in retail. The reality is people will buy from an experience and they will talk about the experience. And if the experience is good enough, people will sell that experience for you. So it makes it easier to accumulate more customers. So again, it's getting back to the basics. I think Tom, you had on here earlier, was talking about it. People doing business with people,
Yeah.
And when you understand that you have customers who love what you do and you deliver. I mean, look, the most important thing is here, you can't make a promise that you're prepared to deliver on it. Okay?
That's very true.
Right. And I've seen, look, I've met a lot of guys with online business or they might set up in an online company and they think it's easy. Think it's easy to make a fast buck. Right? We all know it takes a lot of work and it takes a lot of building relationships because, you can make 1,000 really good relationships, but nobody forgets the bad one, right? Everybody listens to the bad one, the one that comes here. So you're going to make sure you manage as much as you can the expectation of the end user, of the customer. They have an expectation from you, so you got to deliver on that expectation. And when you capture that again, and again, be prepared to accept some criticism and take it openly and accept it openly.
It's not criticism; it's feedback, isn't it, Patrick?
It's always feedback. Always
well,
feedback,
I mean, I love it. I would love for someone to tell me, here's what I'm not happy about and give me the opportunity to make it right. But I think not enough people they're okay with accepting that harsh reality or whatever it may be. But I want to find out what is bothering people. What is it that they don't feel comfortable with telling me that they're unhappy about, so that we can go back and make it right and make sure that in the future we're doing the things right. Like you mentioned that you were in a security business, and that's one of my primary businesses right now is a network security company. And one of the things that I can say is that we stuck to our guns and we delivered the best quality that we possibly could, while the majority of the market was going for more of a factory approach where they're just taking on customers, churn and burn, anything to get some money into the account to meet their quotas. And now what's happening is that low quality is getting called out all over the media, where you can see people getting compromised, their customers' credit cards are getting stolen and things like this, customer data and so forth. And we said, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to stick to our guns and do quality, even if it means for a couple of years, we're not going to make the money that we could make if we just took any customer that came to us. And now we have Fortune 500 multi-billion-dollar a year companies who are advocates for us. They go and get on calls with our prospects. They talk to our customers for us, and they tell us they'll do it anytime. How can I help you? And I can't tell you how much I believe in what you said. It is just unbelievable when you earn that from your repeat customer base.
I guess, look, I'm 45 years old now. I'm in business 30 years. And as I said to you earlier, when I picked up this phone here, 30 years later, I can still call all of those people I'd done business with 30 years ago, and they would be happy to take my call, right? And people got to remember, you're in this for the long haul. This is not a get quick fix. You know, you got to be in this for the long haul and understand you're building a business. You're building a relationship with people that can go on for life. You know, I'm assuming that people still want to earn more money when they get older. And the reality is, guys, when you get older, and again, a question I often ask people here, you know, this getting in for the quick fix, getting the money, getting out. You know, somebody mentioned earlier, it's a constant selling. You got to be able to get yourself in a position where people want to do business with you, where they're coming forward to do business with you over and over and over and over. Because, because obviously the more you do this, is a numbers game, right? The more you do this, the bigger the numbers, right?
Yeah.
The more income you're going to receive. And, you know, I mean, look, here's a shocking fact. I'm 45 years old. And let's say the average...
It's not shocking. You look at it.
Yeah, well, look, I'm still 10 years behind you, Tony.
See, that's Limerick maths. You're only 5.
But, you know, the reality here is I lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
But if you're looking to do business with people in the long term, and you understand the importance of building the relationship and being here later on, and if I intend to live until I'm 112, right? But the average age, they say, the people who are going to live until is 80. So if I happen to croak at 80 years of age, if I save just €1 per day right now until the day I died, I'd only have €12,665 saved, because that's how many days I have left. So you have to ask yourself, how many days have you got left?
Yeah.
Okay. How much do you want to earn? How much do you want to live? Now, again, when people retire, and again, I ask you guys a question here. Have you ever taken a day off?
Yes.
Yeah. You know, when you take your day off, do you find that you spend more money on the day off than any other day you've earned all week? Okay.
Yes.
So when people are going to retire, they're going to have a lot of days off.
Yeah.
So have they earned enough income now to prepare themselves for their retirement, for all those days off? Because that's ultimately what people want out of life, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, again, the importance of having the relationship build, and so there's constant relationships, so it increases the amount of sales, but it's long-term sales. It's giving you long-term income, and it's increasing your income as you keep these relationships strong.
Yep.
And it doesn't matter what business you're in. If you change your business, if you have a good relationship in one business, the same people will do business with you in your other business.
That's extremely true.
So and look, the internet industry is changing faster than any other industry. So the likelihood is that the people you're doing business with now are going to, your needs are going to change very, very shortly. So if you're not building relationships, does that mean you're going to have to go back and start all over again every single time? So what are you doing now to maintain those relationships? Now, I mean, look, I do use social media in particular, but in my social media, I like to become what I call a product of my products. Everything I do in my social media talks about what I do, and it builds relationships with the people that I want to build relationships with. Because again, I'm in this for a long. I mean, here I want to be here in another 30 years if people still take calls.
Oh, absolutely. And I like that point that you made about doing things right in one business, and you move in the future to another business. Some of those people will directly come with you, or they will still continue to refer you as you move on, because you built a real relationship. It wasn't just a transaction.
Absolutely. And look, and the other thing is, when you build relationships like that and you build strong relationships with your clients, sometimes you're going to mess up. We're only human. Sometimes you're going to mess up, or somebody working for you is going to mess up. But when you've got a relationship, a really strong relationship with your clients, they forgive you a hell of a lot easier.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
If you don't got a relationship, you're out the door.
We had a prime example. We had this happen in our business. We had a large pharmaceutical client. They'd worked with us for 2 years, and a gentleman that had a high-ranking role in our business worked with them, and he spoiled the relationship with the individuals that had liked us. And then the next year came around to work with them, and they said, no, we're going to use someone else. And we couldn't believe it. Like, what's going on? What happened? But the relationship we had with them, and we explained to them that individual in our company is no longer there, but we would like to hear what happened and see if we have the opportunity to make things right. And since we did have a good relationship with them, they said, yes, we will listen to you. We explained the situation. They understood what happened. They know it's a real world. It's just people. And then we went above and beyond to rekindle the relationship and make it right. And since then, we've been working with them again for the last 3, maybe 4 years straight. But it was because we took the time to build a real relationship so that we could earn the right for someone to forgive us versus just burning through transactions, just trying to make a quick dollar. And it's hard to do that, especially if someone's trying to throw money at you, which we have that a lot in our business. People want to just spend a little bit of money in high volume. And unfortunately, that we know in our mind that with ethics, that will not do good by the customer. So we tell them no, and we push that money away, and we only take the people that are a really good fit that we can help. And honestly, I think that one thing is what's allowed us to really build the relationships that we have.
Yeah, I'm just reading one of the comments here. Soteris has said the most expensive part is getting new customers, right? So really, repeat buyers are really our best customer and income, which is a fact. Yeah. So if we don't take care of the guys we have, and we have to keep churning it over, doing the hard work, getting new people because we're not paying attention to those that we already have. Now, the other side of that is we got to be careful. I think somebody had mentioned earlier, one of your other speakers, about the 80-20 rule. You know, the importance of identifying who your top 20 are, people who take up the least amount of your time and give you most of your income.
And don't be afraid to fire the ones that are bad either.
Yeah, but you see, but what happens is because we become busy people, right? Instead of being in a business, we end up in a busy mess. Okay.
Yeah.
And when we're in the busy mess, that generally happens because we're dealing with the bottom 20% who are taking up 80% of our time. And if you find yourself working with the bottom 20%. The people, exactly. but the people at the top, your top 20% are not getting your attention, and guess what?
Right.
They think you don't care, and then you start your relationship starts to diminish with your top 20%. And the reality is, your top 20%, if you build a really good relationship, will keep bringing you customers.
Oh
so
yeah.
We say, you know, everybody has been to a restaurant where they've had such a good experience. When they leave, you got to tell everybody about it.
Oh yeah.
On holiday somewhere and they just tell, and because the experience has been so good and they've shared it in that way, people are just jumping on the booking tables, or the booking weekends away, or the booking flights because the experience is somebody shared. So the question I pose to everybody here is, what are you doing to give every single grade A customer the same experience that makes you walk away and talk about an experience that you've had?
Yeah.
If you can capture that, you will grow your business dramatically. It almost grows in almost a split.
Okay. All right. You've been gents. Very shy as always. How do people get in contact with you?
Well, look, the patslattery.com is being done, I suppose, really as we speak. But I'll give you my personal email here, right? And
Stick it in.
Maybe I'm crazy to do this, but hey, people want to get in touch with me here. And actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to do for you guys. You're probably familiar with this, Tony.
I do have one.
This is my success diary.
It's upside down.
Yeah.
It's upside down, is it?
Yeah.
Right. This is something I've designed. It's not available to buy in the shops. There's 365 days of the year. And I don't sell these online. I just use them for my own mentoring program. So I don't give them away to anybody else. But the first person who sends me an email that says that they've made a donation, get that. I will send it to them. Also, what I have here is Double Your Income in 4 weeks or less, my program. Not available to buy online. I don't sell it online. I just use it for people I work with personally.
Wow.
Same thing, I will give it to people here. I guarantee you this. If you follow what I share on here, you will double your income. I don't care how big or small your income is. You follow this, you'll double your income guaranteed within 4 weeks or less.
Well, as a testimonial, I met Pat by working with him, and he is great. And I don't say that often. And I certainly never say it in front of you. Pat, you've been a gent. Thanks,
man. That is awesome. Thank you, Pat.
Right. Thanks a lot, guys, and best of luck. Take care.
Thanks. Take it easy.
Thanks. Wow.
So,
what a guy. That was awesome.
Yeah, it's been amazing so far, isn't it? We're running behind time a bit by about half an hour. We thought we wouldn't have enough. No, we too many. So Paula Man is trying to get in, but he's having problems. So Nick, I know you're on. So do you want to call in and we'll pull you forward. And
Well,
Paul and Joe.
and we can also start pairing people up if we need to, because I know Jason Moffat, who's in Hawaii, he wants to join us as well. I sent him the link.
Okay.
He's an amazing guy. Amazing guy.
Because you meet him and Nick, we got him fight.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's on right now or not. I'll take a look. It's kind of hard to tell here with all these little circles at the top.
I know, yeah.
Okay, he's here.